Hi friends, welcome back or welcome to the channel. My name is Lora Lea and this is Treasure on Paper. Normally we work in glue books and this does relate to glue books. I've had some requests to show you how I add glitter to my projects. I've been using this particular method for quite a few years. I've made art with it. There are many people who love glitter. If you are one of those, stick around and I'm going to show you how I do it. All right, let's get into it. Guys, you can glitterize anything you want. This is that, all right? What about Little Debbie? How much fun is that? It's just a little glitter, but you can use as much glitter as you want. How about an Eggo's packaging? Now that one I got to use a lot. I also used some of this Mod Podge, multi-dimensional Mod Podge, to create this slick surface. Yeah, I mean, that's amazing, isn't it? Come on, please. I'm just going to show you everything that I have so far. Pepperoni pizza. Glitter pepperoni, anybody? Oh, let me make a thumbnail. An Orville Redenbacher popcorn box. Now, Crest toothpaste. You're going to be able to see that. Scope. How about a tissue box? This is beautiful, and I'm sure if you'd like to, you could decorate one while it still has tissue in it. This is one of my favorites. Look at this gorgeous Listerine. This is from a magazine. It's just a page from a magazine. Isn't that cool? See? I love that. Posca paint pens. So the glitter that I use, by the way, is chunky glitter. I never use that little, you see how that's chunky? Oh, here's one. I never use the fine glitter. This is the project for chunky glitter. And it's getting more difficult to find. How about a Taco Bell box lid? I mean, you could go to town. I could have decorated that. Look at it. What about a onion ring bag from Culver's? Onion ring, a ding ding, baby. That's all it is. And I just put a cardstock in there. A McDonald's French fry container. You know, I don't know if you've ever noticed, they have these little images. Well, they're not images. It's just like orange lines for the French fries. And this one is going to be a little bit more dull because if you want to seal your glitter, you can. And I recommend this Dimensional Magic. It doesn't stick to other papers. So this is a great way to add it to your glue books and you don't have to worry about other papers messing with it. I mean, if you don't like the bigger one, what about a smaller one? You guys, don't leave ice cream out. Look how pretty and fancy the Haagen-Dazs ice cream looks. And I added the Dimensional Magic here. A bomb pop! Look at that. Yes. Now you guys are going to be seeing these coming up, being added to my brand new glue books that I'm going to be starting, Sweet and Savory glue books. Here's a package from a Pop-Tart box. I painted it yellow just because I wanted something different. And don't be afraid to just create your glitter an opposite color of what it really is. And then there's some more of that Dimensional Magic. This was a test. This is a Pop-Tart, not a Pop-Tart. This is a pot pie. And the food that was in there, I just used glitter on it. It's different. And then of course I painted with my acrylic markers the different colors there. Don't leave out ziti. This one, some of them are winners, some of them are not. But yeah, I just painted each one of the ziti a different color. I think it's interesting. And then I went ahead and did the front cover here. I sort of like it. It's different. Finally, how about some Townhouse flip side pretzels? And then I just added some little bits of glitter there. So there's some sections I like to go ahead and just get rid of. It might say like wait or made by. So I just use one of the glitters and I just create like a little covering for that. That way you don't see it. This had the price on it, so I just got rid of that. I could have used red, but to me, I just wanted to use the gold. The gold was more of a highlight. I could have gotten rid of that as well, but I didn't. All right, guys, let's get into me showing you how I put the glitter down. We're going to be using this image here. This says Mike's Hot Honey Infused with Chili. So this is a honey, and I thought it would be fun to make the honey gold glitter. And then whenever I put it on a page in my glue book, I will have a gold glitter, what do you call it? You know, dripping from the container. Here's my little setup. I have my little container with all my glitter in it. We are going to be using matte Mod Podge as our little sticky to affix the glitter to it. I just have a little container, a lid that I pour my glitter into. That way you can pick it up individually. I'm using a lid from one of these bottles to pour my Mod Podge in. And I'm using one of these little pokey tools to, this is usually what the bigger side is what I put the Mod Podge down. You're going to see that method. And then this is what I usually pick up the glitter with to put it individually on what I need to stick it onto. All right, I hope that made sense. And it doesn't matter what brand of glitter. These I had picked up like years ago. And then here is somewhat Crafter Square from the Dollar Tree, I believe. I sort of showed you my setup, and we're going to have this nearby. I'm going to go ahead and add some Mod Podge to my little lid here. I recommend using the matte Mod Podge. If you use the shiny one, it will stick if you have any paper on top of your dried project. It's going to stick. All right, guys, so we have two sides to our little tool. We have a thin side, don't mind mine. It's all bent up. It looks pretty rough. I wonder if I have a fresh one. I think I do. So we have a small side and a big side. I use the big side to grab some of the Mod Podge and put it on the surface. And sometimes if it's a really small surface, I'll use this little side and get a little bit because you want to be specific. This is not a craft project that you're just going to dump the glitter on. Well, I don't want my glitter to go over that line. So I'll make sure the line, the edge of that glitter matches up to the edge of the line. Do you see it there? You get the gist. You get the gist. It just makes it look nicer and more finished, especially if you're going to create a piece of artwork to sell or to give to somebody. You're going to want to take your time doing it. We're going to squeeze in really close to what we're doing so you'll get a good view. Now, do you see how this has two shades of orange? We have some white here. You could go really specific with your color of your glitters and add white glitter here, darker orange here, whatever you wanted to do. Well, this bottle is emptying out a little bit, so I will go ahead and leave this section without the glitter. You'll be able to see, and I'll leave that highlight there and all of that. I'm not positive about this, but we'll see when we get there. And by the way, this image is a little bit lightened. I don't know if you can tell. It's not very bright or saturated. All right, so we're going to start right over here, and hopefully you'll be able to see properly because I need to look at the actual project. So I'm going to go ahead and dip into here. So, you know, it doesn't have to be a ton, but get some Mod Podge on there, and you're going to put it just in the areas you want to work. You'll learn as you get a little bit faster how much Mod Podge you can put in an area before you need to, how fast are you working? You could use a tiniest bit, dunk the tip of your tool and just get a tiny, tiny bit. And you're going to get, oopsies, sorry, you're going to pick up one of these glitters. All right, I got one. We're going to go ahead and I'm going to lay it right in the space. I have it lined up with this flat surface. You know what I'm talking about? Now, you can use the Mod Podge to pick it up, or you can tap a damp surface and get a little bit of water on there. Now, for the edges, you can certainly line it up. The rest of it, you do not have to. And it's okay if it overlaps a tiny bit from each piece of glitter to the next. I hope that you're able to see that, because it's still going to stick. So we're just going to keep adding it. Now, doing my method, is it guaranteeing that none of the glitter is going to come off? No. There's no guarantee that your glitter is not going to come off. But it certainly has shown me that it lasts a lot longer. I'm going to add a little bit more Mod Podge right there. Hopefully it's not too glitter. I'm going to use the small side. And after the glitter has affixed itself, if it sticks over the edge, all you have to do is trim it off with a nice sharp pair of scissors. So we're just going to keep adding on. And this one, making sure my flat edge. Okay, so obviously this is over the edge, but I can come back to it after it dries and make sure that I just trim that off. All right, let's get some more glitter. And I'm going to take my smaller side because I want to make sure I can get a nice, you're painting on the Mod Podge, okay? And you're painting it exactly where you want the glitter to go. So I'm not just going to willy-nilly put Mod Podge down. Number one, if you do that, you're going to have a, you know, it'll be messy looking is what I'm trying to say. Does that even make sense? I don't know if it makes sense. I hope that me showing you the method that I use will help you. It will inspire you to create your own artwork, and you could add this to cards that you make. You can add it to anything. I love doing this because it is relaxing. See how that's going on there? We're sort of following the line. All right, if you have a super large area to work on, you can pick up multiple pieces of glitter and put it down. It'll be fine. I wouldn't recommend just like pouring it on. Pouring it on, it doesn't give all the pieces a chance to adhere to anything, and that's why it comes off. Well, it's not the glitter's fault, guys. If you're doing it and you're like, oh, you know what, I think I missed a spot. Like I'm going to add another piece, a little dab of the Mod Podge here and here, because I think it didn't really cover up the background. Just add a couple more dabs and add another piece on top of what you've created, because sometimes that happens, especially on like edges. It's just a way to help fill in a little tiny gap. All right, there we go. It's looking pretty good. Look at it. This little section here is like a little corner. Well, sometimes in your glitter container, you'll get these little cut pieces, and that is what you use on the edges. All right. You can even cut them. I've used an X-Acto knife before. I'm just spinning these until I get the flat edge there. See the white highlight? I believe I'm going to go ahead and cover it up. Okay. You could choose not to. I'm going to, because I'm not really caring for the way that looks. It's just not a big enough space. It doesn't make that much of an impact for me. Okay. We got that in there. Now let's work on this end over here real quick. And just put that on there. So I hope that this, me showing you, is making sense. I'm going to have you guys let me know what I should do. Should I fill it in or leave it the same? I feel like I need to fill it in. I don't need much. In there. Ooh, too much Mod Podge. Oh, did you hear that pop? That was my jaw. TMJ much? I'm going to show you how I do the letters. Let me try to get in nice and close, since now you know the basic technique. And sometimes an entire glitter fills up the space, and that's good. You know, that it works out fine. I really would love to change your fingernail polish. Should I change them red? Since, yeah, I'm gonna make her fingernails red. You see the spots that it's, you know, you can see through there. I'm gonna add more glitter pieces on top of that. Here's our little hot Mike's Hot Honey. Let me know about this section here. Should I go ahead and, you know, put gold glitter on that? And then whenever I put it on a page, I will go ahead and add streaming gold glitter coming down. Guys, I hope that this helped you understand how I put glitter on the page, and that it inspires you to do the same. If you love glitter, do as much or as little as you want. These are going in your glue books, and if you want to make something special for someone that you know or to sell, this is a great way to do it. The last thing I was going to show you is how I put the Dimensional Magic on. I think I'm just going to put it over the letters H-O-T. Do you see that? So just add a little, you know, it's going to come out pretty good. That sort of covers up that whole word. So normally I would just add it to where it's not really what I wanted to have happen, but it is what it is. You're not going to take that off, that excess off. So I'm just going to go ahead and add it across the whole word hot. I'll add a picture for you guys so you can see what it looked like dried down. All right, I just wanted to show you up close. This is all dried, and I only wanted it to go on top of the glitter, but for some reason it just came out too fast. Anywho, I think you can see what it would look like if you did just the glitter. Just imagine that, and it would be fine. But also, let me show you. Like, it dries, it gives it like an extra layer of thickness. Does that make sense? So is it guaranteeing that this glitter is not going to come off? No. In fact, there's one right there. But are you going to be doing this in your glue book? No. All right, I can't wait for this to dry and for us to add it inside of a glue book coming soon. Let me know if you have any questions. Let me know that you enjoyed the video by pressing that like button, the subscribe button, and the notification bell so you don't miss a thing. And also hit that hype button so that this will go out in the algorithm even better and other people can see how to add glitter to their glue books. All right, guys, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.